All right, hey everybody, back with another news feed for you. Don't forget, I post videos every single day, sometimes 1, 2, or 3 a day. This one, we're kicking it off. GMC ranks average in 2024 American Customer Satisfaction Index. First, what is this index? Well, if we go down here, it tells you that it is a study that they do regularly every year. Okay, for context, the 2024 ACI or ACSI automotive studies based on 12,000 completed surveys, chosen at random, contact via email between July and June, basically a year period. Contacted customers were asked to evaluate their recent experience with automobile brands manufactured by large companies in terms of market share plus aggregate categories consistent of all others, thus smaller automotive, whatever. It's 1,200 people they sent a survey to and asked a bunch of questions. So where did it stand up? Well, they say GM says it ranked average. Okay, we'll get that, but there's some interesting stuff in here. Let's cover it real quick. With a score of 79 out of a possible 100 in a mass market, Big Red was ranked 9th overall with a 0% change in his score compared to 2023. Subaru led the pack with a score of 83 points and a substantial subsequent percentage change of 1%. Chrysler had the worst score of 71. Notably, bottom of the 4 brands were all Stellantis brands. For context, GM posted the same score in 2023, so it didn't change, but here is the list. We can click on that and see it right here. Subaru, what's interesting is the change thing in here is very interesting for me too, because it tells me how brands are doing according to this list. Subaru went up a point, so that's good for Subaru. They're leading the way. Toyota went down a point. Honda went up a point. You can kind of see it on here. Kia went up 4 points. Kia's killing it. People seem to love Kia. I got a lot of news feeds about everybody loving Kia. Okay, these studies that people just love their Kias. I keep getting them over and over again. I put a couple in every once in a while, but I get a ton of them. GM or Chevy did not really move on here. They stayed the same at 79. Ford went up 3 points. From 77 to 79, or 3%. GMC stayed the same at 79, just like its brother did here for Chevrolet. And Hyundai there, but you can see Volkswagen went up 4. That's the highest on the whole thing. 4% up for Volkswagen. Nissan went up 1 point, or 1%. Stellantis went up 4% too as well, as did Kia. So you got Kia, Volkswagen, and Ram. Going up 4 percentage points in this. So that's a very nice thing. And Jeep's there. But look at the whole bottom of this list is Ram, Jeep, Dodge, and Chrysler. All the Stellantis products here. Ford sitting dead in the middle, tied with basically GMC and Chevy on there for the win there. And Nissan coming in right in there too. So take it for what it's worth. This is a study. It's interesting. There it is. Moving on from there. National Park Service tells Subaru Crosstrek to get off our trail. When you first think about this, you think, well, you know what? You understand. They don't need broken parts. They don't want fluids, breaking oil pans and fluids spilled all over the park. And there's reasons they set these rules about four-wheel drive vehicles. However, they might kind of be wrong. They might need to reevaluate that list a little bit, especially when you start talking about this. It's a Subaru Crosstrek. Okay, well, here's what happened. Okay, so they're giving you this scenario, okay, but it's about a 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness. The Wilderness has 1 more inch of lift. It's got X mode. It's got a lot of features in this thing. This is a beast. This is a beast of an off-road vehicle for as far as compact SUVs go. Phenomenal, all right? So we know that, so it's an amazing vehicle. Well, a guy takes it off on here anyway. He says, your weekend trip was fun. You head to the national park. That's difficult for many SUVs, but not your Crosstrek Wilderness. Your Subaru all-wheel drive vehicle can handle the rough terrain with little difficulty. Okay, you go out, you have fun. Your weekend trip turns into the worst when you get home and you get a letter from the National Park Service in your mailbox. Here is the letter that this guy received. Says on this date, in June at 4:51, a vehicle registered to you at this address operated on the Colorado River Outlook Road in Needles District of Canyonlands National Park in violation of a superintendent's compendium. That road is restricted to four-wheel drive vehicles. While the vehicle registered to you as an all-wheel drive vehicle, the vehicle was an orange Subaru Crosstrek bearing license plate blah blah blah. Closure and public road use violations of closure, designated use or activity restriction or condition, scheduled visiting hours blah 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 is prohibited. Here it is right here. High clearance four-wheel drive is required on a motor vehicle traveling the following roads. They list the roads, and that last one is the one he was on. Future violations may incur collateral forfeiture, a fine up to $5,000, or 6 months imprisonment, and or other penalties. Your cooperation is appreciated. So you got a warning letter. Okay. He says he was shocked to get that and stuff, but keep in mind, like I said, this truck, they tell you it's got to be four-wheel or all-wheel drive. It's got to be four-wheel drive. Okay, the difference is the Subaru is all-wheel drive, but not four-wheel drive, but the Subaru also has X mode. Okay, and the X mode is basically like lockers, and I mean, it's all clutch system based, but this thing is amazing. And then they talk about the ground clearance in there too. They say that you got to have high ground clearance, that you were on a road that, wherever he said here, high clearance four-wheel drive is required on motor vehicles traveling through this. Well, it is four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, but it's got more capability than a lot of four-wheel drive trucks do. Okay, realistically, if you got open diffs on a whatever truck you're driving, this has got better system than that. This thing has got, because of the wilderness model, so the four-wheel drive system is better than many vehicles out there today. It's got more ground clearance at 9.3 inches. It is right at the same point basically as a Nissan Frontier Pro 4X, as a third gen Tacoma is a Ford Ranger is a lot of these vehicles are in that same category. So kind of crazy when you think about the fact that this guy got this letter. They need to update this system. I see what they're trying to do and I appreciate it, but they're wrong. Okay, they're just wrong. They don't understand the vehicles. It's got a better breakover angle than a pickup truck does. This thing is a little beast. They need to get on track with the vehicles that are out there today in there and give these people opportunities, because this thing went through that road like a cakewalk, he said. Moving on from there, right here. But point being of this, know where you're going out there and what vehicle you're bringing, because you could get in trouble. And right here, BYD is really better than Toyota. That's what got my attention. I read it. I don't really care too much about that, but I found this very interesting. Okay, right here. BYD's DMI plug-in hybrid technology looks set to power the next generation of Toyota vehicles, with Japanese media reporting that Chinese tech will deliver total driving ranges in excess of 1,000 kilometers. While reporters have focused on the next-gen Corolla, which is expected to pair Toyota's latest engine family with the Chinese brand's plug-in hybrid technology. Credible outlets suggest the tech will also find its way into the next-gen Toyota RAV4. It's possible we've already seen this tech previewed, too, with BYD beginning the launch process of its first for its midsize Fengcheng Bo 5, which is using that technology in it as well, too. And it says right here, where was it? According to... that's the petrol power. That's what I wanted to pass by. Where was the spot on here? Right here. According to Chinese outlet Xinjiang, whatever, the brand will also adopt BYD's plug-in hybrid tech, with the site quoting a Toyota insider who said the marquee will launch with 2 or 3 new plug-in hybrid vehicles over the next couple of years in China using BYD technology. Toyota and BYD already have a joint venture partnership in China, and according to Xinjiang, Toyota will borrow that tech, but is not simply rebadge another company's car. So it's pretty interesting. Okay, so Toyota is basically taking on, they're taking on BYD technology and putting it in there, and they're merging together with them on some of these things. You take that for what it's worth any way you want to. Whether it finds its way over here, I don't know. But I find it interesting. I think mergers between companies are good, but this is also kind of a slap in the face to us over here that we keep making EVs like we do, when you got somebody like Toyota who is looking at these things and going, you know what, we're going to go with the one who's making the best EVs, and right now that's BYD. So it really shows the power and the fear that BYD, they're not playing games. BYD is serious. Okay, it is serious business, and one way or the other, I got a feeling it's going to be here. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching.